10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Knights of Teleria podcast. Thank you all for joining us again on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I want to first off apologize for last week. A church event ran a little bit late. Santa had to join us, and I had to have the kids, take pictures with Santa and stuff. So it ran later than we expected, so I had to stay. So I do apologize for the cancellation last minute. And I promise that won't happen again. That said, we got to talk about a lot of things this week. We've missed 2 weeks of the podcast. Plarium is hitting home runs right now, where I don't even think King Coco can be too upset about this. Like, I think they have done a phenomenal job. We've got a new fusion going on. So let's go ahead. Let's start off. Let me introduce my co-host for today's podcast. In the top little red box, we've got our free-to-play content creator, Mr. Final Compachi. Ken, what is going on, brother? How are you?
Doing good. Wake up 6 a.m. Go to the running at like 8. It was very cold. But yeah, I become a professional, but I'm telling you. I signed up the half marathon on the Antalya on this April. So hopefully we are going to get our PB. Hopefully you guys are also doing good. I missed you guys. There wasn't a podcast last week, so there's lots of things to talk, right? We better start talking.
Oh yeah, we got a lot. Next up, all the way from Texas, the dab master himself, Mr. Zero Brew. Zero, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much. Wearing my Hans Gruber sweater. It's not Christmas till Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't care what you say. And so is Gremlins. I'm going to make my kids watch Gremlins this season. So we're chilling. We're having a good time. Loving all the new content. I'm actually shocked and not shocked at the same time. I'm sure we'll get into it. Not shocked with all the bugs that are in the game, like champions moving spots and chat screens being right in the middle of the screen. We'll talk about it. But yeah. But
I'm so hating that.
Hey, let's give them credit where credit's due. This is one of their best updates in a very long time. So I'm sure we'll get into the details.
You are right.
Let's go.
Next up, our favorite late night endgame loan spend content creator, Mr. MXPJE. PJ, what is going on, brother?
Doing awesome. Missed last week. Very upset, but we're here this week. We got a lot to talk about, lots of good stuff. A little bit of bad, but there's always a little bit of good with the bad. But yeah, you excited, and I can't wait to get to talk with you guys.
Awesome. And next up, giving us a top 100 live arena perspective, Mr. Gestel Gaming. Gestel, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, doing great, man. Missed all you guys last week. Great to be back. And let's get into it, brothers.
All right. And last but not least, the guy, the only one that has a better beard that I shaved mine now. I'm trying to grow it too. Mr. King Coco. Coco, what's going on, bro?
Oh, not much, dude. I mean, to be honest, though, my beard was better than yours when you had it too.
Hey, at least mine would, it looked nice. It looked nice. It fit nice for me.
I'm more of a ginger disheveled look. I'm going for the Viking warrior type thing. But no, man. I mean, I was bummed on not being able to watch the podcast last week, so I'm super glad that it's back this week. Definitely looking forward to getting into it and talking about it. I'll try to keep my answers short, but they're definitely going to be sweet today because I am definitely happy with what's going on lately. So I'm excited. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Yeah. Just for quick context, last week we had our church Christmas party and we had Santa, and I had to cook for like 180 people. It originally was supposed to be for like 80, and then like day before I get a call from the parish telling me, oh yeah, we've got a lot more reservations now, so we now have to double. And I'm like freaking out last minute. How am I going to do all this? It was just not fun. But that said, let's get back to Raid. Man, Plarium this week has just done so much, from the new fusion, which looks kind of crazy. They've brought out some new mythical champions that are going to be released tomorrow. Those are even more insane. I think we have either Tormund's daughter or Tormund's, side piece. We'll have to figure that part out. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some speculations on that. And then we got to talk about Grim Forest. So overall, I think they're going to end off on a strong year. But let's start off with the new fusion. Is this guy, Yakisama, Demon of Ice, going to be a must-have fusion for us? So the A1 attacks all enemies, placing a block active skills debuff for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be resisted if there is at least 1 enemy under any CC, except for sheep, right? Instantly activates this skill whenever this champion skips a turn because of any CC. Actually pretty freaking strong. You don't need accuracy. Like, if you have yourself with Tormund now coming in, or even with Fabian, that's phenomenal. The A2 attacks all enemies, will ignore block damage buffs, has a 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff on all enemies. This debuff cannot be resisted if the target has 1 enemy under any sort of CC. Revives 1 random ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter if this skill did not kill an enemy. So we get a guaranteed revive. Revives all allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter if at least 1 enemy dies. When I looked at this, I thought Knave counter. I was like, oh my god, she is so annoying. Like, this is going to be actually really nice. And he's force. So I think like Gizmak, who really plays well with Knave, is, gonna be, he's not gonna be as bad now. Or at least that's my thought. The A3 attacks 1 enemy before attacking, steals all turn meter from the target. This effect cannot be resisted if there is at least 1 enemy under any sort of CC. Also equalizes the target's defense with this champion's defense, and it is only for that turn. So while this skill is active, not the whole time. Damage inflicted by this skill increased by the amount of turn meter stolen. That's insane. And then last but not least, if the skill kit was not enough, we got a passive. Fills this champion's turn meter by 50% whenever this champion skips a turn because of any CCs. Whenever this champion skips a turn because of one of those debuffs, their next active skill will ignore 50% of their target's defense, and we get a arena battle 33% aura. Damn. You know what? Let's just jump right into it, and let's go to the free-to-play content creator. What do you say, Ken? Is he going to be a must-have?
No, not must
No.
have. I mean,
What?
I
Okay.
mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like they released content creator. I mean, theater content creator test server video like a little bit late on the Saturday, yeah, which is yesterday. I only watched like a couple of them, but I didn't really impress on his damage.
Okay.
To be honest, damage didn't impress me. But again, like I didn't check too much video, and
Okay.
I personally like him on the paper, but now I'm considering like since he's not hitting hard, like I mean, especially against the new team, like you mentioned earlier, block damage. I mean, bro, if you cannot manage to kill the target under block damage, ignoring block damage is not going to help you, right? So, I don't know. And most of the people from my community is also like, okay, he's a reviver, but why he's attack type, right? Yes, you
Right.
can still build reviver with the HP, I mean, attack type champion with the very high amount of the HP. But, I don't know. I have a mixed feeling about him, man. Maybe I should check more videos.
Okay. Okay. King, what about you, man?
For me personally, I think this guy's a must get. Shadowkin faction, as we all know, and we've talked about many times, the reviver situation is lacking deeply in there. I was a bit surprised to see a conditional reviver. But upon thinking about it further, Shadowkin faction is pretty stacked. So if they just got an all-out reviver support, I think the faction would become pretty overpowered in areas of the game, like Faction Wars, Curse City, areas where it's like, Shadowkin only stuff. I understand with him being attack based, it's going to be hard to build him with HP, but we're not talking about heals or anything like that. So I think if you can build him to nuke hard enough, then multipliers dependent, he could really turn around and be a really good addition to your team for Faction Wars if that's something that you're struggling with. PvP, I can see the benefit. PvE, I don't really know. I don't see anything in his kit that screams out to me, oh, I need this to clear this content. He's kind of just one of those, if he's there and it makes a stage a little easier for me in the future, I'd throw him in instead of insert whatever champion was there before. But to me, he's a must get for Shadowkin.
You got the A1 that's an AoE and the A2. I mean, I'm always a fan of AoE A1s. Like that is just absolutely insanity. Especially maybe, you can put him in like a stun set if you're trying to use him for like Curse City or for Grim Forest to get a little more utility out of him. Let's go to PJ. PJ, what about you?
Conflicted on this guy. I think he's cool. I really hate how Plarium's marketing him as the Shadowkin Reviver. I don't think he's a Shadowkin Reviver at all. He's a kind of a DPS. His A2 doesn't hit hard at all, like Ken said. The A3 hits really, really hard. The A3 is really nice, but the A2 doesn't hit hard at all, so you're not gonna really be killing through the block damage, like Ken said. He's squishy. Like, if they're going to do this, they should have made him a defense or HP. I was watching videos. He doesn't stay alive. Like, you're going to need a support to keep your support alive. Like, you're going to need a reviver to keep him alive. Like, if he's dead, how are you going to revive people? So, like,
Fair.
I don't know. I wasn't very happy with, like, them saying, like, oh, he's, like, the Shadowkin Reviver. He's a DPS that, like, kind of can revive. Like, they already have this in the faction. They have Game Ran. They have, an epic that does this too. Like they needed an actual support reviver, and I feel like they're trolling us and making fun of us because they're like, "Oh, you guys wanted a reviver. You guys want a reviver. You guys want a reviver. Here's a reviver." It's like, no, we wanted a support reviver, and it's like, I feel like they're trolling. He's cool. I would definitely go for him, but I wouldn't go for him for the revive necessarily. Like if it happens, it happens. But like I don't think it's really you can rely on that. He looks like he does decent damage. The A1's really nice. The passive's nice. The A3's nice. The A2 doesn't hit at all. And then if you build him for support, then you need to kill people to revive, like AoE, or it's just a single target. And it's like, yeah, okay, like we have Kinagashi. Like that's pretty much the same thing.
Fair. Maybe we just kind of build him as more as a support than a nuker.
Yeah, but he doesn't hit.
Right, but I mean, if you put him in like a stun set or maybe in like a
Then he's
relentless
dead.
set, then you could probably use him just more as a pure support champion or like a regen set.
But then he's
who
useless.
knows?
I mean,
Maybe the new set that came out will be his
the new
like,
set
meta
could be
set,
good on him. Yeah.
You know, the new
PJ's
set
doing a
could
Vault
be
saving
Fusion.
grace.
Huh?
That's the only saving grace is a new
Yeah.
set. Maybe it could be good on him.
Right?
So this is a Vault Fusion for PJ.
PJ's like, no, he's
No,
gone.
he's gonna be useful for people. I want people to get him, and I think he's gonna be useful for people's accounts. I just hate how they're like he's getting marketed, and like they think this is like useful for like I don't know. I feel like they're joking. I feel like this is a giant troll.
Yeah, I mean, I do use Kinagashi for my hard mode faction wars as my reviver. Single target, but, best that we're going to get out of it. Gestel, is this guy going to be somebody that maybe shakes up the arena meta?
Well, I don't know about that. He's certainly interesting. I'm certainly going to go for him. I think he's way better than the last fusion, way more interesting than the last fusion. Yeah, I haven't watched too many videos. It didn't seem like he was blowing anyone up crazy. Like, I'm kind of with PJ here. I wish he was like an HP damage dealer or just an HP based champ. Like, I think that would have made more sense. And then maybe that revive is a little bit more a little more pertinent.
Because they could take a hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like maybe he'll stick around, and then like the stone. So like you put a 1-turn stone skin on him, and then maybe he survives like a second hit. So like he's around for three rounds. That's like pretty solid. So I'm I also with PJ that I wouldn't really look to him as necessarily a reviver at all. If it does proc, it procs, and great. It's kind of like Lazarius, I think, in the same way. Like in his first form, like you almost forget he does it. This is acting almost the same way, where that's a passive. This is a active skill, whatever. But I think the A1 is kind of the most compelling. It's like a Arbus A1,
Mm-hmm.
and Arbus is like insanely strong. Don't have to worry about accuracy. Obviously, you got to kind of build a team around him. If you're gonna run him, you got to get like someone with at least a stun and a freeze in there. Like you got to bring 2 CCs with him, right? You got to bring at least another like and 2 damage dealers. Like I don't know. I feel like it's hard to build. It'd be hard to go into live arena with him. But I like his kit, so I'm certainly gonna go for him. And maybe he'll surprise me and find his way in.
Okay. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, so I think, I mean, everybody has said kind of a lot of my thoughts. The only thing I look at this guy is he's definitely not quote unquote a reviver, but we need all the help we can get with the reviving because Kanagashi as an epic, especially in Faction Wars Hard at this higher levels, just can't cut it. She gets sliced through like paper.
I'd use it for stage 21, no problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe it's a gear thing for me then. But the other thing though too is I think I don't know how much I'll study that A3, but I think this champion is more like, and y'all already said it, if she revives, she revives, or if he revives, that's cool. So I think that's how I'm going to treat the revive portion of that. And again, as much reviving help as I can get, the better. But I think really that A3 is gonna be crazy. So I'm wondering, like maybe even in arena. I don't think I'd use it in arena. I'd use it more for faction wars, but put it in double stone skin and actually make it really slow. And then that last sentence where you target his defense equates to defense. So you could have like an uber tanky, awesome support on the enemy team, and then he just like says, "Hey, if he has 2,000 defense, he'll just swap the defenses with them and then smoke them." Right. So I think that's really like the special sauce for this champion. I don't know how many of those we have in the game, but that could be kind of cool. And does it say does not target bosses that way? I'm curious. Would it work on bosses too?
So I don't.
I think it works on bosses.
You think that they're?
That's what I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it doesn't say that it doesn't, but I mean,
it's like the one skill, so.
I'm just saying, if he's got like 2,000 defense, you got a boss of 12,000 defense. If he lowers a boss from 12,000 defense to 2,000 defense and hits him really hard, that could be kind of cool. I'm just saying, there's enough in this dude's kit to make it spicy. So I'm definitely going to go for it. I wouldn't say he's a must get, but if you have the resources, like I always say, you never know what future content's coming where this dude can just be like the OP thing. And that
I say he was a must get for me.
The OP thing.
Just for me. I said he was a must get just for me because I have no Kunagashi or Gamaran. I'm cooked.
Yeah. I'm actually sending a message to Plarium right now to find out, like,
will
the A3 swap the defense of the boss? They did?
Ken just said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
does work?
Yeah, of course it's working.
Okay. So, okay. Wow. That actually makes
it change your mind potential of the one shot the boss, yeah.
That definitely changes
at least
my
1
mind,
week
man.
into the fusion, it's working.
I mean, that's crazy. If it works for the bosses like that, I mean, Faction Wars 21 is going to be much easier.
Especially Faction War.
His A3 smacks. His A3 hit hard.
Yeah.
So the A2 is the biggest letdown because the kit is predicated that he has to kill for the AoE revive, or it's just a single revive, but
pretty much
he's too squishy. So so now I see what you're saying because I haven't watched any videos on his damage yet. I'm usually slow behind that. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't really like to follow the farm, so I get most of my news from you guys.
I think the only thing I would love to have seen different on the A2 would be to maybe get like if no one is dead on your team, get like a damage boost out of it. Instead of the revive, because the condition is either you're gonna revive somebody, the whole team AOE, or just a single target. I think if they did if there's everyone's alive on your team, you get like a 50% damage boost to it. I think that'd be
Well, dude, so I know you probably don't have her kit because they don't really put the kits out like they do for fusions, but the new dwarf Tormund companion, she has the AoE revive, but if no one else is dead, then it just does I believe it's a turn meter boost. So her ability is she can either boost or revive. And it's like kind of along that same lines of what you're talking about. It would have been nice for him to have something like that. I like the abilities that are, if this way, then does this, but if not, does that type thing. Especially when you're talking about these niche champions like this.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only thing I would have loved to seen. But I do want to answer a question here that we have from Wild. He says, "True Bronco is going to hit 1K on bosses. This guy's going to get nerfed." No, the defense is only changed for this one hit, so it doesn't stay afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So
No, but Bronco's the meme, bro. Like I even said that a couple seconds ago. I was like, he's going to be working like that for at least 1 week into the fusion until Bronco makes a video.
but no, I mean,
like
unless they don't test
thinking
it.
like things like Chimera, sorry to catch up, like Chimera or Clan Boss or something like that. Like if you had the ability to go get this champion, that A3, could smack for a big portion when you take someone with 8,000 defense down to like, I don't know, 1,500. Now you got to keep this dude alive. If you lower his defense that low, that's the flip side of that coin, right?
Right. So, like I said, I don't think it's going to be too crazy, but I'm loving it definitely for hard mode faction wars, definitely for a lot of the bosses. I think he's going to be a great addition. So chat here, we did a couple of polls. We're kind of 50-50 on if they're going to do it or not. Someone's just like, maybe, depending on the resources. So I say, as long as you have the resources, he's not a bad champion to have. Speaking as an end game player, early game, he can be very helpful for your account. Especially because it's AoEs on the A1 and the A2. He can be a significant damage dealer for you. Is he going to be better if you got Leo? Absolutely not, right?
Dude, you know what sucks the most about this fusion?
What's that?
Is I'm a straight up sucker for the Shadowkin aesthetic, and it just sucks because they always make him look so badass, and it
does look phenomenal.
I have to get him, dude, just for the look. Like this is even if this is a straight up Pokedex fill, I have to get this.
And just a quick thing here for you, Zero Kinagashi, 5-star. This is the stats on her, and this is what I use her. No problems whatsoever, none. And she's in a relentless and immortal, right? Just keeps everybody alive. Not a problem. All right. I want to talk about Sir Nick, man. We waited a whole year after Lady Noelle, and I think the buff that he got was actually crazy good. Some people are like, well, he's okay. He got a little bit of a damage boost. But let's quickly just kind of check up on what changed, right? So the A1 now has 100% to be place a freeze that can't be blocked or resisted unless you have Stone Skin on if Lady Noelle's on the team. The A2 attacks all enemies, will ignore 30% of the target's defense if Lady Noelle is on the same team, places a strengthen and a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 30% of the damage inflicted. So we get the strengthen out and the ignored defense if Lady Noelle is on the team. And then the A3 places an unkillable buff and a continuous heal on all allies. Also places a counter attack on this champion. If Lady Noelle is on the same team, places a taunt buff on this champion. And then he has a passive, will ignore defense effect used against all allies under a shield buff are decreased by 30%. Enemy ignored defense effects used against Lady Noelle while under a shield buff are decreased by 60%. So could Sir Nick and Lady Noelle now be one of the, crazy new metas that we have? I do want to tell you guys, Polara seems way more intriguing right now with this buff. And then if you have Siegfried on top, God, I would hate to go against a team in Siege that is just Sacred Order. It's going to be absolutely crazy. That said, I want to find out from you guys, do you have Sir Nick, chat? Are you using him now? And have you rebuilt your Lady Noelle in a bolster set in Stone Scan, or is she just still the same set? So let's go to Mr. Final Kimpachi first, who was one of the first ones to ask about getting a buff to Mr. Sir Nick. Ken, what are you thinking, man?
Actually, when you're speaking of the Polara, she's very good mythical champion, dude. Like, seriously, like, after I saw the Anaxia, like, she's looking amazing, to be honest.
You troll.
Joke aside, actually, I got the Sir Nicholas last year on the Titan event. I was a bit mixed feeling because Plarium is already confirmed. Like, we asked them question, hey, are you guys okay? Like, you guys giving us Sir Nicholas Titan event, but are you guys gonna buff him because he's like, not there, And they said like buff is not coming anytime soon. 1 year later, guys, he's getting buff, and to be honest, like this buff I wasn't expecting, and it's actually looking very good on the paper, right? The buff. I already using my Lady Noelle. I have a 6R Lady Noelle, very high resistance. I actively using Lady Noelle on my end game arena because I don't have mythical support champion, so she's one of the best reviver I can use with the Ankara. I have a Siffy, but Siffy for the Ghost Second team is not that good. Same for the Duchess.
Okay.
I have a little bit problem with that. My Sir Nicholas doesn't have a blessing, so I need to work on that. But I do have a plan to build him whenever I get a blessing. The other thing I'm missing, you just mentioned his skill kit, shield. I don't have a booster set. I mean, not the good booster set because free-to-play problem. So I really don't want to build my Lady Noelle with the booster set. But if I got Magma Shield, which is have a resistance main set as well, if I can put that on the Lady Noelle, they are automatically going to get a shield, right? So it's automatically going to trigger their passive skill. And especially Sir Nicholas, if he's like 4-star, especially for C damage bonus, that can be actually a very good thing. If you guys have an opportunity like that, definitely consider it. I was already seeing like some people like using this couple, Sir Nicholas and the Lady Noelle. They can be a little bit annoying. They are going to be more strong now, especially on the siege too. Secret Order only, like that can be actually very, very nice. Like you mentioned, like if you have a Polara, maybe can be good. Polara second form actually good.
Yeah.
For the revive team, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm excited, man. There's definitely like both of the buff. Maybe we are going to mention the Gilshe as well soon. I really like the buff. Like they are doing buff more often now, and they are actually like we can call them like buff, because previously you guys know like how they buff in the champion, like damage multiplier increased by 0.00001%. Like they call that buff, bro.
Polara under A3 will block revive if there's somebody under a freeze, and she actually gets to do all pure damage. She doesn't get the damage reduction because of the freeze, right? So I don't know. I'm really now.
I mean, about
all
the
I
freeze
need is this guy, and then good luck.
Yeah. Can I mention one thing about the
Yeah,
freeze?
go ahead.
Yeah, it cannot be blocked, it cannot be resisted with Sir Nicholas. Guys, like I don't have a Sir Nicholas, but my Noelle has like 350-ish accuracy. I mean, it's not accuracy problem. Like whenever I revive in, whenever I was actually start using her, she was freezing enemies if they're not under block debuff, or like if they don't have like very high resistance champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm using her A3 skill. Nobody is getting freeze. Nobody is resistance me. You know what's going on? Want, bro. And I'm not getting freeze myself because I have a very high resistance, but I am not freezing anybody on the enemy team. It's Want, bro. Want is going to be a big problem.
I don't think wand is as big as a problem as you might think, Ken. I mean, is it?
Yeah, bro,
what
like
we-
I swear to God, I also have a plus 15 wand. My wand is
mean,
never, I swear to God, never broke. Either people have a plus 18 wand. I don't know. My wand is never broke.
Wand
Your
is
wa-
to me, Wand is just RNG. It just is what it is. I mean, it's in the game. I can't build teams around it. It just does what it does.
I just, you know what, wand. I feel like wand maybe deserves a slight tweak, but after this investment, I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Don't touch it. Leave it as is. But okay, that's a fair point. Like wand will redirect, so it isn't as impactful. But I kind of feel like with the counterattack and the taunt that he gets, I think it's still going to proc more often than not. King, what about you? What do you think about the Sir Nick buff?
Well, if you want to check your DMs, I sent you a screenshot. I
Pull it up on
am
chat. No, pull
I
it up on
am
stream. Oh.
obsessed.
Oh,
You're an asshole.
nice.
I am obsessed with freeze teams. It's a problem I have, and I know it. And it's my favorite PvP debuff, and so I love the Sir Nick buff. Gergo negates the damage mitigation from freeze, and he also brings the strip as well for the chance at ripping off the stone skin. Tormund is built as a nuke. He's not the strongest nuke, but he can get it done, and he also just keeps pumping those freezes out on the A1. So I'm kind of in the predicament with Tormund now getting the companion champ. I would love to put her in here, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Sir Nick buff. I'm definitely noticing a lot more victories. This team is not the meta. It's not shifting anything, but damn, is it fun to use. And it is really fun to watch those teams go down without even taking a single turn when everything goes right.
I know. I just, oh God, I would hate you. This is a team that I would just bring in all of my highest wands and be like, God,
This is the
please
sleeper
block.
too, dude. It's the sleeper too, because looking like at my other two defenses, like those are your more commons, like I got the Marishka Taras with the nice Armons and blah blah blah. And so like they think, okay, well that third team is that's the easy dub. And the reality is it's
not.
hard because my Noel is built with resistance through the roof. So
Damn. Gessel, what about you, man? What do you think about the Sir Nick buff? Is it worthy to be in Live Arena?
Well, it's definitely way better now. I do have the ability to +4 Sir Nick. I have 0 blessings for him, so I haven't built him yet. I put him in my wish list. Hopefully I can get a couple blessings for him pretty quick. Because I'd like to use them now. I love that they updated them. I think it makes them much more viable. Yeah, you can scoop one up there if you don't have it.
Is he worth 8 legendaries though now, chat? Let me know. That's 8 legendaries right there.
No.
Yeah.
no.
PJ, what about you, man? What do you think about the Sir Nick buff?
It's pretty good. I don't like how we have to wait a year for this stuff. Like, you think this would have been too strong if it would have come in last year? Like, it's annoying. Like, I think that would have been fine last year, but I'm glad it's better late than never. I like the A1 a lot. The freeze, irresistible freeze 100% is really nice. I haven't really seen his damage, but on paper he should be hitting a lot harder. It's kind of funny because I just beat the Secret Order no weak hit stage, and I didn't use him because he doesn't really do much damage. And then, of course, now I'm like, oh, well, this would have been perfect. So for people that haven't done that stage, this guy should help a lot more now for that. And just Faction Wars in general should be hitting harder, more CC, control with the A3 and stuff, with the taunt. So yeah, I think it's all good stuff. The passive looking nice. So yeah, I think it's all great stuff. Like I said, I haven't seen how hard he hits with the A2, but on paper it should be hitting pretty hard. So I'm liking it.
Okay. And Zero, what about you, man?
Yeah, so much to say about this dude. I actually bought his 3-star soul today. It was in my shop. I was like, oh my God, he's been buffed. Go for him. So just several things to say in general. Like, we are getting a lot of buffs right now, and that's cool from Plarium. But I will say all these buffs that we're getting are just making Faction Wars harder and harder and
I was
harder.
just gonna say that.
all those champions are being used in these other areas, and it's getting ridiculous. So I got his soul. And we've already mentioned Teleria, and of course the new companion with for Torment and stuff. But like this dude just synergizes with this. And I've already been fighting. I fought a Noel, a Sir Nick, and Falman, the Unity champion, in there. And of course, Sir Nick, if you put him in a 9-piece protection set, just to get all these extra new buffs with the taunt, the shield, and the strength, and all that stuff they just added to him in a 9-piece protection set is just absolutely absurd. Now, I will say my counter to that is Hansel and Gretel. So just the fact that that Hansel can cut through Unkillable very easily makes him very, very strong a counter to the Sir Nick. And I know there's other champions that can do it. But yeah, Falman, he's right there. Not cool. Yeah, Hansel's A2. Very strong counter. And if you get the kill, you get to go again, right? And he can do the cooldown thing on his A3.
And you don't need Gretel for that to work? I'm
I'm
not familiar with these two champions, so I'm just curious. I see a lot of people using them, though.
They need to be together for them to be valuable.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Okay.
So if Gretel's on the same
Yes.
team, we'll ignore 30%
okay.
of the target's defense instead. We'll also increase the cooldown of all enemy skills by 2 turns. This cooldown
Interesting.
increasing effect cannot be resisted. So actually, the A2 does not need.
You're on the A3. The A2 is
yeah,
the one.
the A2
Yeah.
does not need
Like
it.
North Shield and Unkillable, and
And
that's what he's
Unkillable.
got going on. And if you kill an enemy, you get an extra turn. So
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
yeah,
actually-
well, and then if Gretel dies, he pops off his A3 too. So like, Anyway, Hansel and Gretel are really, really OP for that, but they do have to be together. And King, I will just say, I tried to take them into the Grim Forest. They're going to be the first I'm going to pull out when I do my 5 champion reshuffle thing that I got going on
Okay.
because they're great.
Copy that.
But if they're not together, they're just not as good, right?
Yep.
So
But yeah, so all that being said, yeah, Sir Nick, protection set, and of course he's just making content harder elsewhere in the game. And yeah, it's a very strong pairing. And Falman is absurd with the two of them together too, because he's got fears and all kinds of stuff going on. I did end up winning that fight, but it just gets absurd.
yeah, so I think this faction, Taurus Marichka were always one of the best things for the Bannerlords. I think this faction now just got a huge boost because of this. My opinion, again, but I think this is probably one of the best buffs that they've done in a while, especially because Sir Nick is a legacy champion. He was the original fusion. This was like, you had to use, I believe, was common and uncommon champions to get this guy. So if you've been holding on to him, I mean, he got some love in Clan Boss. He got some love in Doom Tower. It's about time he comes back. So I love it. I think it's great. And keep it up, Plarium. Keep it up. All right. Big thing for this year was Grim Forest. Now, I don't know about you guys. I love Centranos. I love going in, clearing it every week. But I think the Grim Forest is just, it puts any other content that Plarium has put out to shame. Chat, do you agree with that statement or no? I want to hear, first of all, from the panel, how much do you or don't you love Grim Forest? Let's go with Zero first.
1000% love. This is the content that makes this game so good. And I'm just going to briefly tell you why. It's because since City was its own thing and it forced you to use more champions in your roster. So, everybody gets their awesome champions and they build their awesome champions, put their best gear on those awesome champions. And it's hard not to use those awesome champions, right? And Sin City forced you to use a whole bunch of other champions, but that's the problem is they force you to use those other champions. This is the perfect sweet spot where it's like, hey, tell us the champions you want to use, and we're going to pick 40 of your most favorite and best champions. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I have champions that aren't meta champions or just aren't that necessarily that good. But I really like playing with them. I like either the mechanics they bring, I like the way they look. There's other things that they emphasize in this game that I want to savor, but I don't ever get to savor them when I'm playing all the regular parts of the game, because is 0 point. Why if I can clear Doom Tower in 30 seconds, why waste these other champions I want to play with when it's going to be a 2 or 3 minute run, right? It just makes no sense. This is perfect. You can actually sit back, enjoy it, and relax, and pick your 40 best champions, and then start building off these crazy combos. And it's like this weird, thing that's just like awesome. Like, that's just from that mechanics. And there's a whole bunch of other mechanics I want to talk about, but I'm gonna shut up and let other people talk. So that's a big portion.
Chat is all like, yes, Grim Forest deserves this. Coco, what about you?
Oh, dude, I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it. I'm loving it when I'm frustrated. I'm loving it when it's not a problem. I'm loving having to reshuffle my teams. Oh man. So I killed Leshen with Ismith up the other day at like 3 a.m. on stream. I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, I gotta get this done. And I was loving every second of it, dude. And then after I killed him, the purple cloud up at the top opened up, and I got to tell you guys, there's surprises in there waiting for you. It'll be a fun time if you're not in there already. But fucking mythic book as the reward. First time I've seen a 100% guaranteed mythic book attainable in the game. Makes me feel like Plarium's actually possibly listening a little bit. Yeah, it's only one, but it's a step, and it's a step in the right direction. I mean, I've grabbed gems from Chimera out of there. I've grabbed mortal coins, or coins from Iron Twins in there. Everything. I mean, it's great to just see updated rewards. I mean, you're getting Shogun and Sand Devil rewards in there, and it's just amazing. So,
Yep.
Wukong is the MVP of that kill right there. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah. So this was the screenshot that you used to take him down. I mean, the fight seems to be a lot like Centranos, where we go through Amius. So I haven't fought them yet. I'm kind of enjoying the content. I'm exploring the map. I'm gonna go through everything. I know I'm gonna clear it, but I'm just gonna enjoy, and just like, I don't want to go right to the boss. I want to explore everything, right? And I think that's probably one of the best things about it. But yeah.
Well, because you're rewarded for exploring it, though, because you get extra curios, and then you get curios, and you get the altars, and and the cards, and you're just like, there's literally no wrong way to do it. If you're a tryhard, go straight to the boss. If you're somebody that needs a little extra help or whatever on your account, stack those cards up, and the trait cards are fucking 10 out of 10, top tier. I don't care about the Great Hall or the area bonuses.
Exactly.
Those are great. Don't change them. But look at the artwork of those cards. Look at the effort that was put into those cards. Like, that is what Plarium needs to be doing for us as the community. Like, I have a card that is Ursaga's Shield, I think is what it is. And it's just cool to see that little callback to Ursaga, who used to be, like a meta arena champion, and now she's just collecting dust in the vault. But like, you just see that little bit of love, and I love it. I love it. So somebody else, I'll shut up.
Nah, I agree with everything you're saying. The rewards are great. I have to say, one of my favorite things is that we don't have to go back and do live arena or classic arena to be able to get the damage boost. Like, you're getting it all right here by exploring the map, which is phenomenal. It feels like it's just a game mode within itself to enjoy.
Yep.
Ken, what about you?
I cannot believe I said that, but it's probably after very long time. I actually really like the content Plarium is released. And I'm not alone. Like, people like on my community, like people who watching me, everybody is on the same page. Everybody like this content. There's a couple of reasons I like this content. First, it's not super difficult. Second, they are not forcing us to use like stupid epic champion. I'm not playing the game to play with the epic champion. I mean, I'm not opening my shard to get the epic champion Plarium. You need to understand that, or the rare champion. Okay, it's not like stupid siege content or the curiosity. You know, I can choose the champion I want. That game is going to roll. Obviously, there is some RNG element there, but none of them is my favorite part. You know what is my favorite part? I love RPG games, open world RPG games. Like I don't know if you guys like know them, like Witcher 3, for example. I remember the day one whenever I played the Witcher 3, like there was a main quest and there is a question mark on the map. I'm like, oh, what is this question mark? Let me go there first before the main quest, you know? Maybe I can find there a sword that make me the stronger before I face the like boss or whatever waiting me on the main quest. This is the same vibe I'm getting, man. I'm not rushing at all. I'm just collecting some freebies. There is also freebies. And the fights are, at the moment, I didn't see the fight in the purple area, but from people who watch me, watch us actually, Buggy Games, shout out to Buggy Games. He said like purple area is not that hard. So that's good, I think. People are saying like it's a little bit under, how to say that, tune. I don't know, guys. Like,
Well,
why be always asking like, I mean,
here's
if
the
you want a
thing on
challenge,
that,
go hard
though.
picture more, you know?
I'm gonna say here's the thing on that. Like this game mode was actually, it might feel easier because we actually already get the built-in damage boost. I mean, you're getting in some areas you're getting decrease the boss's defense by 1, 3, 5%. So you're automatically getting like an ignored defense or the speed or that stuff, right? So I feel
mean,
like it might feel like it's less challenging because you're already getting a lot of this stuff built into the content. You know, you don't have to
no, I
work for
disagree
it.
because, like,
Okay.
for example, my library in bonus on the hard faction war. I mean, faction war is max, but I cannot say the same thing. Hard faction war is super hard still. Like, regardless of the damage, like this that we are getting there, like even like day one, I was kind of find it like super easy. But obviously, this kind of stuff is making going to be make it easier. That's why, like, if you got stuck on the one bosses, there's lots of path where you can follow. Just go kill the easy stages. You are gonna level up. You are gonna get more card. You are gonna make your team stronger eventually. And then maybe the boss you stuck is you are going to deal more damage on that, which is also Plarium confirmed no live and bonus coming for this content. Maybe it's a good thing because like I was
Definitely.
ending myself is the saying. Let's say somebody struggling on the hard Fahrenheit 10, which is still very difficult content. I'm like, hey bro, you need to work on your live arena. Same for the Kirsty. He's saying like, hey bro, I don't like live arena. I love PvE content. There you go. Like these people who doesn't like the PvP in the game, at least they don't have to be forced themselves to go PvP just because of making their PvE content easier. At least they can have fun on the Green Forest, which is amazing. By the way, I sent you one of the rewards I got on the 325 level mimic. Like, can you show that if possible on
Where did you
the
send it?
podcast room? Podcast room.
I can't open the chat because then that'll mess up all my cameras for the
Oh, okay.
podcast room.
Anyway, I got mythical gemstone, guys, from like not even like hardest boss in the game.
From Grim Forest?
Yeah.
Let's
And,
fucking go, dude.
Yeah, like good luck to getting this gemstone on the chimera. Per BS content, by the way. Look at that.
Wow.
This is not even hardest content. I mean hardest boss, by the way.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
plus 4 accuracy.
And it's not a circle. We love that.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I don't think there's anybody out there that could say something bad about the Grim Forest. I just want to see what that gemstone does, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I have
Gessel.
one bad thing to say, but we'll get there later.
Okay. Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, I'm like, this is probably the first thing that I've been excited to do. Like, reset, boom, right into Grim. Like, I'm not even doing live arena. I'm going right into Grim Forest. It's fun. It's fun. It's not like what everyone else has been saying. The thing that I hate about Curse City is it forces you to use champs that you hate, like champs that you never want to build, and then you build them and then take the gear right off. I don't like that gameplay. I think this is way better. You have if you're later game, you definitely have 40, 50, 60 champs built. Then you stockpile and put them all into and then mix and match and come up with some different ideas on how to set your decks up and then get in there and like, oh man, I really wish I had a revive, reshuffle it. It's fun, man. It's just fun. And that's what I like about video games. I don't like not having fun playing video games. I don't want it to be a job. I want to enjoy it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm just having fun with it. So
I
there
agree.
you go.
I agree.
Great job. Great job.
I'm reading chat here, and like one Drago says, my biggest gripe is that I can't buy the energy for it, and I'm like, I agree, man. Like,
I've
I'm
heard
sitting
that.
on
Dude, if one of the advanced daily quests would give you like another 10 energy, that would be, or even another 5, just like
uh,
it would be so fucking cool. Like you just go do it and then you get 5 more steps. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like I would do it every day.
Is there enough energy to open every single one of these things?
Yes, you will be
Yeah.
able to open
Okay.
both everything on normal and hard. I will say,
Oh,
like,
both. Okay.
I'm not sure about normal and hard part.
Are you sure? Because we get
Yeah, I'm
30
not sure.
keys, and there's 100. How many stages is it? I'm pretty sure.
I mean, your step is also costing energy. Like even there is no fight, so be careful.
Right. But I think they're giving us enough to clear the map, because it would be dumb to not give us the enough.
Yeah, not
'cause
both of them
there's-
too. I'm not sure both of them too. Like we tackle normal and the hard together. So hard, probably yes, we can already 100% clear the hard difficult. Or
'Cause
the
there's
normal, whatever you want. But
110.
both of them.
Grim Forest battle, so I would think they would give us that much. I would think. I guess that's something we should ask in content creator chat to find out. Will we be able to get enough energy to clear all the content? But yeah, I mean, like one of the saddest things after I'm logging on to play, like I don't even do like arena or any of the other stuff that I was enjoying before first. I'm getting right into this, and then as soon as I'm done with this, I'm like, well, I don't want to play raid anymore. I guess I'll wait till tomorrow. It's like, wah, wah, wah. DJ, what about you, man? What do you think about Grim Forest?
Yeah, it's been a blast so far. I probably in the minority of people that didn't mind Curse City. I don't mind leveling champions up because there's always champion trainings going on. There's always like you always got to champion train somebody. So I don't mind leveling up like random epics and random people that I wouldn't normally use to beat content for Curse City. I know some people don't like that. I don't mind it. So I was okay with Curse City, but now this is just so much better. I don't even care about Curse City. It's like when I have to do Curse City, I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. Like I just want to do Grim Forest. It definitely feels like this was what they meant to do with Curse City, and they kind of just like maybe rushed it. Because this, you really actually have options. You can do really whatever you want. Whereas Curse City, they kind of said you have options, but it's still very limited and like gate kept to what you can do. So yeah, I've been loving it. I think that if you do want a challenge, might be too late now, but try to beat the main boss without doing the side bosses. I think that was like their big thing. Is like if you guys want a harder challenge, that's what you can do. You can face all of them, or maybe you can do beat 2 of them and have to face the other 3 or whatever. But I think that's the big challenge, and I think this also sets up a brutal difficulty down the line. Like you guys said, this it's not super hard, so I could definitely see them adding another difficulty in the future, which would be amazing. Yeah, it's been super, super fun. I've been pretty much taking it slow. This is our first time ever doing it, so I want to really enjoy the experience and take it slow and just get it all in. And yeah, like you guys said, I think the only downside to it so far is just not enough energy, or not enough energy, but we want more energy. Like the 30s go so
more
fast. I
time.
want to
Give
do
us more time in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, and I think
Dude,
that's what
so go ahead.
No, I was just say, yeah, I think Zerber's gonna say that the only downside is that it's taking more time as well, like it adds more time to the game, and they're not like really doing much to get rid of like the other time we have. But overall, I think that it's a super win. I've been loving it, and yeah, I can't wait to keep playing it more. I want reset now, so I can play it.
Right?
As everything just Grim Forest.
I love the ambush system, dude. Like on
yeah.
I play multiple accounts, and I've gotten ambushed. I think there's a set amount of ambushes that happen for everyone, but I've gotten ambushed here on this account, and then it was just a step on this account, and then this one was a mimic, and this one was not a mimic, and on the same sections. I love the randomness of it that's cooked in. It makes it feel more personal. It makes it feel like this is for my account, like.
Mhm.
And I love the fog. I love the fog of war. It makes me want to open it up. It makes me want to explore it. It like Curse City, you get in there and you're like, oh shit, everything's visually open. And so it's like, well, when I get to that Iron Twins, it's gonna suck real bad, But on this one, it's like, well, it's just one more step. Like, what's coming? It's just one more step. What's around the corner? Is it a curio or am I gonna get mimicked? Like, it's just a blast, dude, to open it up.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Especially because some of it is like the same. Like we have all the same like bosses and stuff, but then there's also randomness to it, so it's not exactly the same for everybody, which is really cool.
Right. Drago in chat says it makes it feel like a video game again. It makes it feel fun. I 100% agree. All right, so let's hear what the gripe is going to be, Zero.
I mean, it's not really a gripe, and PJ already spoiled it. Damn it, PJ. No, it's not that. It's, and I think what everybody's saying is perfect. Is like I really want to enjoy it. Now, we'll say, having at least 3 days going at it now, I've sped up my thing because they did tell us, hey, click your dead ends too. They could be an ambush or a chest or something like that too. So you do have to click all your steps through the thing. And I just was thinking when King Copium was talking about the fog of war, I was like, is this like a little miniature advent calendar or something? It's like, oh, what's behind door number 2 versus door number 3 or something. 'Tis the season, right? But yeah, I just think this is the perfect content. They took all the best things that they have ever done and combined them into one thing and took all the pain points away. The only thing they have not done is, because this is so much fun to play, I don't know how anybody could possibly do everything if this isn't their full-time job, right? Meaning do live arena seasons, because I've already given that up because I don't have time to do that. I'm definitely not doing that. But like, they just need to do something like, hey, one key run in Doom Tower, for example, instead of, why do I have to watch this for 15 minutes? Run over and over and over again. You know what? It may be time. Iron Twins, why do it 6 times? Just do it once, right? These little tiny things that they need to maybe shave off, I think would just make it a little bit better for everyone.
Dude, so I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it because we've talked about Doom Tower a few times on the podcast.
Sure.
And I was like, man, like, what could they do? Like, what's a way that they could metric engage that to, like, people who still need to go through and farm and blah, blah, blah. But if you have all of the avatars unlocked, that means that you've cleared all of the rotations. And so I think a good gate on that would be if you clear all the rotations of Doom Tower, essentially have all the avatars, then at that point, you've proved that you can get through them all. So then you should get an instant 10 keys daily. I don't think you should just run through the whole tower, but it would be nice if it would just blast through your 10 and then be done for the day.
I agree. I think definitely a solid suggestion right there from King Copium. Plarium, come on, let's do this. Let me give a
instant
quick,
battles or something.
right. Let me give a couple of quick shout outs here to the Cursed One, who's joining us in chat on Twitch. Mr. I Am Roblox, who's also on the Twitch side, and Heindsauce as well. And then last but not least, our fellow tier 3 content creator who decides to break the game for us, Mr. Bronco Gaming, over on the YouTube side. Guys, if you're not following them, the links are in the chat. Make sure you go click those, subscribe to the channels, and give those guys some love. All right. I want to talk about rewards because this has set a new standard for rewards. I mean, there is nothing in the game that gives you so much back as a reward, and just the level of the rewards. We're getting 2 more of the what is it called? What are they called again? I forget what they're called.
The Remnant Summons?
Remnant Summons. Yep. So we get 2 more. So now, yes, you could still go into Mercy once a year if you have a very unlucky, but you should be able to summon at least 1 to 2 mythical champions a year if you're free to play. You are getting more relic materials. So even if you're not clearing hard mode faction wars, You're still getting some here, and you're getting mythical materials as well too. We don't have a mythical mercy system yet, or we don't have a mercy system yet for relics. Plarium, please, you're doing great. Let's add that in, right? I'm trying to keep it positive.
Also,
Trying
can
to
we
keep
see equipped gems, dude? Equipped gems, please.
it. We're getting just the new gear set, which we'll talk about here in a minute, because I think it may just be borderline broken. But the rewards themselves, I mean, even Coco said that, we're getting a mythical book out of this, which as of right now, we don't really get mythical books unless we've got like a champ training or like, a summon rush or something. Where do you guys stand on the rewards? Are they good? Are they bad? Could they be better? What do you guys think? Chat, let me know what where you stand with that. And let's start off with Gestel first. Gestel, what about you?
Well, if it's is it 200? I heard
It is
200
remnants.
200.
So
Okay.
you get 100 for defeating Lei Shen, and then you get another 100 for everywhere else if you
Throughout.
clear it. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just like Curse City.
That I love that. So that means you can get now 4 remnant pulls a month. That's enormous.
It's crazy.
Well, just think
yeah,
about it fusion wise, right? Because fusion wise, that's about half of what you're gonna need for a champ chase right there. If you're able to clear everything.
That's a great point too. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yeah, so that to me was a great one. The remnants to me, I haven't been very lucky on them. I've only gotten, well, not only I've gotten Crixia, but I've only gotten one
Lucky
from
you.
it. Yeah, it's a great one, so I'm not upset. But I've heard of people getting like 6 or 7 out of remnants, so I've only.
All I got was an Alaz and an Ias. And a
All I
Phony.
got's a goose egg.
That's rough. That's really
Yeah,
rough.
I got an Alaz.
Oh, you
an Ias,
guys
and a
with
Phony.
Nices and Galthers. I know. It's a tough life in live arena. Real tough life. But yeah, mythical book, enormous. And frankly, like you can normally scoop up 1 or 2 in events if you're really pushing for something hard enough. I've never bought, maybe I've bought a couple. I don't think I've bought too many mythical books, and I've gotten pretty much all the mythical guys I want booked. Like you don't need it's not like you need all the forms booked and every ability booked. Like if you land that 1 or that 2, done. Like move on to the next guy. That's what I like about the mythicals. So just giving us that 1 a month, I think that's enormous. All around, I think people. 2 things you're worried about, right? Is it going to be fun, and is it going to be worth it? And I think it kind of checks both of those.
Okay. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, I'm so far absolutely loving it. I haven't gotten like too crazy rewards, but like I gotten to the point where I'm getting energy out of it too, which is kind of cool. I know we've always talked about upping the energy cap and things like that, but again, this is a technical free resources you can earn energy. No, and it wasn't even like an energy stage. Like I've gotten it out of chest. I think last night I got like 300 energy out of this. So that was surprising to see, because they always said we're not going to up the cap, but we have the ability to just add more energy to the game if you want more energy, right? So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, the chance to get a mythical book, the 2 primal pools, I think will be, or whatever, the remnant shards will be really, really good. And I'll hold those for champ chase, because they're guaranteed 250 points a pop, right? And if you get real lucky and get a void, that's 350, and of course a mythical, which I've never gotten. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, and then of course you got the gear set. Yeah, the gear sets. Now I will say, so far, now I could just be in the early, because the difficulty gets, like, the further out from the center you get, the harder the stuff is, and I assume the better the rewards get. But I'm getting a lot of crappy 5-star versions of this, and I know a lot of people who were watching me the other night. They were like, "Why you just sold a 5-star? You just sold a ring or a banner or whatever it was. It was an accessory." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want it as 5-star." Like, I mean, I get the FOMO and all of that. It's like, oh, what if I could build this champion and that 5-star would help me do that? I just, and we did get the 400 extra gear slots. So that's another one that came with this that we haven't even mentioned, but kudos to Plarium for giving us an extra 400 gear slots. It allowed me to clean out my inbox before my stuff expired. So shout out on that. But yeah, like I just can't in my mind get that. So maybe they'll get a little bit better, but so far I haven't gotten a lot of keepable pieces. And yeah, but yeah, it's just, I no complaint really.
Yeah. You know, Darn kind of says one thing here that he doesn't like, which I agree. And also shout out to Being Useless, who is one of the mods. He made the same comment to me the day it came out. He's like, this is endgame content. This is what's supposed to be their endgame content. He's like, why are we getting 5-star gear? Siege is endgame content. Yeah. Siege is supposed to be that thing that we all want to try to get to towards the, you know, for the big rewards. And we don't get 5-star gear. Now, well, I agree. I think the 5-star gear is kind of crappy out of this. I wouldn't go as far as to say, like, take out 5-star legendaries and, like, mythicals. I would say, but the 5-star rares and epics, like, I think the gear coming out of this content should be minimal epic, legendary, or mythical. It should not have any rares. None of that. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
but maybe.
Well, no, just... and I will say, you know, devil's advocate from that. I think they did build this from a design wise where everybody can play this mode as soon as you get level 55, right? And so probably people with newer accounts that are 55 don't have that many. Probably don't even have 40 legendaries to throw at this. It seems right that they would at least give them some of those lower pieces of gear. So I just devil's advocate for that is probably the design of it. And again, it's just what, day 4 or whatnot. So and I intentionally skipped the first 10 hours or whatnot just so that I could come home and record the next day and build out my decks. But maybe it'll get better as we get further. So that's the only thing I would say about that. There could be people that can't get that far to get the good gear, but to reward them with something that will help them at their level probably makes sense.
Fair point. PJ, where do you stand on the rewards, man?
Yeah, I think they're really good. The only thing, kind of like what you guys said, I think maybe primals would have been nice in here. I did say last week that.
Wait. You want to get a 3-star chicken over a remnant? I mean, they did give us remnants. Oh, you want That's a lot for Plarium. I mean,
and they're giving you chicken, like you said.
They're giving you soul stones. I mean,
yeah.
Come on. You're getting an extra. You're getting an extra summon for the Eternal Soul Stone by the end of this, right? So you're gonna get an extra
primal,
one.
by the way.
There is a primal in here.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. So,
I guess
you blazing.
Damn.
Get wrecked, Grayson.
Back to
me. Knows the truth.
Yeah. So glad there's a primal in there. As far as the gear, I think it's like you guys said, as the farther you get out, the harder it gets. So like if you beat the big boss, there's no 5-star gear in there. If you beat the other like roaming bosses, I don't think is there 5-star gear in the roaming bosses? I haven't beat any of them yet.
The only boss that I did not get 5-star. Well, no, I think I got 5-star mythical gear from Leshen.
So that's okay.
So,
I mean, that's not that's
but,
okay.
I do think that there is a rarity cap on the Wanderers. So I think you can get 5 stars, but I don't think you can get rares from them.
Okay.
Like I think I got all legendaries from the wandering bosses.
The chest at the bottom where you get like the 15 things, that's also all only 6-star like mythical and legendary gear, I believe. So I think the bad gear is just in the beginning, and then if you want the good gear, you gotta kind of spread out to the harder stages, which I think is fine because you can still do. There's like we're all like late game, end game players, and I feel like we're all thinking of like that. But there's also people that just started who are going to be on the easy mode, and then there's people that are in the middle. So like if the people that are in the middle that maybe easy's too easy, but they want to do hard, they're going to still not be good enough to get to the later stages, but they still want some gear in the middle. So I think it's fine. Like it's Plarium. They're never gonna, I don't think, completely ever remove like the 5-star gear as much as we wanted to as a community. But I think overall, like they're giving us way more guaranteed 6-star legendary mythical gear in this new format, which is good.
Okay. So actually from the chest, these are the rewards that you can get. We get either 6-star legendary mythical. You can get up to 10 fragments, eternal soulstone, gemstones. So honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. Kind of works a lot like Carnage with the soulstone or the blessing. So I'm liking this. Coco, where do we stand with the rewards, bro?
The rewards, dude. First, I guess first of all, I just need to say Plarium is knocking us out of the fucking park one more time. I mean, we spend a lot of time here on the weekends with you guys chat, and if you guys spend any amount of time with us, you know it can get a little rowdy from time to time with thoughts and feelings and opinions towards Plarium, but we got to give them their flowers because this is incredible content. As far as rewards go, you know, I don't mind. I don't think I've gotten a reward yet that I've been like, oh, why is that in there? Other than I got a 3-star chicken in hard mode, and I was like, what the like, what is that? In my opinion, I think in hard mode, even 4-star, it's like it should be a 5-star chicken, and we both know it. But if I'm complaining, if I'm looking for reasons to be upset, but then at the same time, literally like on stream, I'll be like, oh, what the hell is that? Blah blah. And then I'll in the next breath, I'll be like, Copium, shut up. You're loving this content. Shut your mouth. Like, and then I'll get right back into it, keep going and keep having fun. So it's just I'm happy with it. I do agree though that rare star gear, I would just say rare star gear in hard mode kind of is like I'm okay with 6-star rare gear being in the normal mode and like the 5-star rare in normal mode, but that's coming from an end game player with end game cleansing going on in my gear storage. And so when you're talking to end game players, they don't want rare pieces. We want all legendary and mythical and the best subs you can get, quad roll speed on everything, max glyphs from Faction Wars hard. Like we know what we're looking for, and so it's hard when a new piece of content comes out and you kind of feel like the set is I'm having to start all the way back at square one. So like I haven't sold a single piece that I've gotten from Grim Forest yet. There's some trash in there. I've had a couple reworks I've done. They've worked out well. I've had a couple that didn't go great, but I'm okay with having to work for it. I'm okay with having to build up a good set because it not only am I trying to build up a good set, the set bonuses make it a great set. So if everybody's just running around dripping in gold and nobody's having to work for it, well, I mean, I got 2 words for you guys: stone skin.
I'm not even gonna go with Stone Skin because this new set just seems so much worse for us.
I know, but I'm saying like all you got to do is put 4 pieces of it on and you've got 1 stack of stone skin. It doesn't even matter what the subs are on it. So
true.
I'm okay with us having to work a little bit to get decent sets put together of this new set, because this new set is it's got the potential to be dangerous.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ken, what about you? What do you think about the rewards so far? Are they free to play friendly for you?
I mean, when I first time this content is released, I thought like it's going to be like another like Plarium, you know, like oh man, they are releasing content again, like with extreme difficulty, with no reward at all. Reward is not that crazy, in my opinion, but difficulty also not that high. So like if the difficulty, because I was expecting this content going to be like harder than Hard Faction War, because whenever they release a new content, it's usually becoming harder than previous one, right? So you know, reward is very good. Like reward, I'm looking the reward like additional resources we are getting every single day until we are out of our key, right? Like this is why I'm looking at, and there is actually quite a decent reward. Like I mentioned earlier, I see primal shard as well. Only 1 primal, I believe, which is, you know, I mean, still better than nothing. We barely get a primal shard in the game. Like if you are just spending money, right? I just sent you a picture on the podcast room again. This is coming from the Sanda, another content creator, and looks like this is the heart lesion. Yeah, this is the main boss. If you can
Yep.
show that, and let's count how many 6-star piece there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5-star, 5 stars. So it looks like
Everybody
5.
5. No,
Yeah.
all of
So
them
it's,
5-star. Yeah.
it's all
All
5
of them-
stars.
All of them 5
Yep.
stars.
Yep.
Damn.
That's
Like-
crazy. That's
I'm
crazy.
selling. I'm
Even on the
selling all
curse
that.
city, like at least 2 guarantee 6-star we are getting, I believe. Why we are? I mean, I'm talking about myself. You guys also mentioned about it. Why 5-star is become a little bit more problem now? Because we cannot use the colorful glyph on the 5-star pieces. This increasing the gap between 5 and 6-star a lot. And obviously space problem, like nobody talking about space problem, but because we are happy they give us 400 space, right? But eventually the problem will be start again. And yeah, the first thing you guys need to do is to sell your 5-star gear. I can understand we are getting 5-star in the normal difficulty, or like let's say in the hard difficulty, but early stages. But main boss cannot give you 5-star, man. Like same for the Chimera. Chimera, we are taking Ultra Nightmare difficulty. I'm getting rare gemstone.
Right.
Oğlum,
Yeah.
where
Well,
I'm
and
gonna
they can
get
code it
mythical
though too,
gemstone,
Ken.
and what? Who designed this shit? Oğlum, why I'm getting rare gemstone on the Ultra Nightmare difficulty? Where is the next difficulty then? Release it, then we can attack.
Right.
Yep.
That's
Because they
like-
can
Yeah.
code it because they do it for Siege. Siege, your rewards from Siege, you get guaranteed 6-star mythical.
Yep.
Depending on what tier you're in. But
Yes, it is BS content anyway. So anyway, yeah, Chimera. Like by the way, they already also confirmed it, guys. Like I asked some question about like live in the bonus when it's coming on the Chimera. They said like not anytime soon. All right, like reward is bad. No live in the bonus. Then I also don't give a think about your Chimera super outdated content. Like they don't care about their own content. Why would I care? I don't know why I'm talking
they,
about Chimera
they
now.
gave you
But-
Titus, and that was pretty much, your crutch if you needed to get that 1 key or the chest. They pretty much said, here's Titus, go build
Yes,
them.
Titus not gonna help you to get better gear too. I mean better.
no,
rewards
because
too.
Chimera is a major source of frustration. I mean, we all have
That's
to spend
true.
how much fucking time in there every week.
Yeah, exactly.
And what are we getting for it?
Yeah,
like-
exactly. And
And
recently
then
I
they're
made
like,
a
oh, let's build a trial system, but then we'll make the clash based around damage. Better run your Titus. Enjoy your 5 trials.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
made a full auto team recently. I'm not even looking this content anymore. I just using my double key full auto, and I'm spending my time on the Green Forest, which is like you guys mentioned, it's still consuming some time, Green Forest, and there is still like no background multi battle in the game yet. They said it's coming soon, but it's not there yet. And yeah, I'm glad I got rid of the Chimera. I don't have to worry about it anymore, and I can spend my time on the Green Forest or the Hard Faction more. So.
I will say that I think overall the rewards are great. They've set a standard now for us, or a baseline of a standard of what we expect, and I hope that going forward, any content they put out is, don't just cut and paste what you did here, like build on it and make it better, but keep it to this standard, right? Also,
I wouldn't
fun
hold your
fact-
breath.
Huh?
Clan
Yeah,
Boss
I
was the
wouldn't-
best rewards, and they went downhill
Truth.
from there.
Truth. They
Well,
were like, we
I
can never give them this again, dude. 2 sacreds possible daily. What were we thinking, dude? 4 sacreds actually, but yeah.
4.
I actually, have you guys noticed that you do not need crazy stats to be able to complete this, right? Like to land the debuffs, like if you're going into like hard mode faction wars and stuff, you're gonna need like 400 accuracy, 500 resistance. Like that's not the same here. Like I don't think my
Well,
new
you're getting all your stats from your cards. You
The
have
cards.
like
Yeah,
extra
but the-
150 plus your good
okay.
gear on the stats.
All right, I'm going to show you something here, right? This is the newt that I have, right? Boss is frozen. Let me just show you the gear that this newt is wearing. Or the stats.
Well, I saw him missing quite a
200
few, and I was going to
accuracy.
talk shit, but somebody was talking.
Okay.
200
And
accuracy.
then go to your area.
You
Go
check
to
your
your
card-
You
stats.
can't go to area bonus. Well,
No, go
No,
back.
check your stats.
In game, the curse, the
The
Green
cards.
Forest card.
the
Cards.
cards. Okay.
Click your level
So-
up.
Your profile.
My cards, I'm getting 80 accuracy.
80. Still low.
Yeah.
280.
So like three. What was that? Like 310?
350.
No, 300.
No,
'Cause
no,
he's got, like,
320,
208.
330. You look your resistance, your accuracy.
You had more than
was
208.
230.
No, he had literally had 208. 208
Yeah.
accuracy.
Check.
208. No, sorry,
That's res.
233.
Yeah.
Okay, 233. So he's got like
Still low.
300
Plus 80.
accuracy
310.
with
And,
this.
and
Yeah, 310.
Teleria said he was missing.
You know? Oh, he can be missing, but the fact that he still landed it is still kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I
with
definitely agree. Like, I love it. I hope they keep the cards that you've collected from previous rotations so that I can like fill it out. I'm a
resets.
Pokedex guy, dude.
I'm pretty sure
That
it
sucks.
resets.
It's
Yeah.
gonna reset.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I know the
Coins
stats
and
would go
stuff.
away. I know the stats would go away,
You
but
just
it'd
want
be
the
cool if it was
cards.
like, yeah, you've got this legendary card before, and now I kind of want to get that one because I don't have
Like
it,
a binder
you know?
or something, and there's
Yeah,
a binder
exactly.
with all the cards. You see
Exactly.
all of them.
Be
That'd be
sick.
kinda cool.
But yeah, I think overall, like, you know, they didn't make it so that it's too crazy for you to have the stats. Like, you know, you don't need to be like bomb level accuracy or Amius type of resistance and like defensive stats needed. So I kind of like
Wait,
that.
who was on that team?
Honestly, it's the perfect design because even if you don't have the stats, you just go a different direction, get more cards, and come back to it.
Very
And
true.
the most brilliant thing is if you fail, they don't punish you by burning your energy. They give you your
Yep.
energy back.
Well,
And
the
once you
energy is
unlock
more
it-
like keys, but yeah.
Also, Morgan.
But once
plus
you unlock
decreased
it, it's
accuracy.
unlocked.
Or
Right.
never decrease risk.
So even the next day, like say you unlock something and you can't defeat that mimic today, and then you go a
Right.
different way, it's just unlocked. You already unlocked it. So
Yep.
it's cool that they're not making you burn. Somebody in chat just said something, and I need to confirm it because it actually makes me worry. It says that everything resets. Dargo said everything resets, even the coins.
Yeah.
So I need to
Yes.
spend. I need to
Yes.
spend my coins and everything before reset.
And you also don't
Yes.
have enough to get all the chests, maybe. So don't just buy the small chest. Wait till the very
Yeah.
end and buy the big and medium.
Well, that is actually going to be my biggest gripe then. If these reset, because you
Yeah.
can't
No, because
use
it
this.
resets the whole nostalgia of doing it all over again. It's going to completely. It's basically a game board. It's like, hey, come on over. It's game night, and we're going to start fresh. You know,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
So you can get
that's
good
kind of
curios next
the mechanics
rotation.
of it. I don't dislike that. I think that's great. Hey, if you do the content and you like it and you get enough of the coins or whatever, go. Here's your big end reward. Now that you get to keep. You get to keep the reward. But it's like, okay, now, you know, this week it's gone. Come back next week. We start at go again, base camp again. Grab your dice and let's start rolling.
Right.
Interesting.
So that's I know that was a
And
question for a
one
lot
thing
of
I
people,
have, can you
but-
go back to that? I have a question to y'all, and what do y'all think? Go back to the vendor, real fast. I do have a question for y'all. So like your hypnotic statue, which is already 3-star. I'm assuming you already have the 2-star version of that.
Correct.
And they're all cost 3,000. So I'm guessing you're better off holding out. So say you get the 3-star one of those in your next run, Blaze, and you get the 3-star one, then that will
Hold
turn
out
into
for
a
the
4-star
5-star, and that'll be
or 4 or
3,000
5-star, and then
coins.
you
Yeah.
actually spend your coins on that. I think that's a pretty cool mechanic too.
Isn't 3 the
yeah.
max?
Oh, I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
know.
No,
I think 3 might be the max.
I don't know. It's
Because it says 1-3. Or...
Yeah, it's a 3 max.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
3
when
max.
you're reading the descriptions of them,
Okay,
it
perfect.
says at turn at this one, this
3
one. So it's
different
3
ones.
levels.
yeah. So
It's perfect design.
let's talk a little bit about the deck setup, because for myself, I felt confused as hell. I thought like each deck had to have its own team setup, and I had to pick and put my champions in the right way. So, I put like my Duke Crixia in here that obviously I didn't need. I was trying to separate that each side had good supports, good damage dealers. I felt like Plarium wasn't really clear on how this was going to work. But I know there's a couple of different strategies out there, and I kind of want to discuss the strategies of what people can use. Now, I think King made a comment to me a couple of nights ago on Discord that came from Armenian God. Shout out to him. About filling one side with supports and one side with your damage dealers. Again,
Yep.
we got to pick 40 different champions. So the good part is like it doesn't lock the gear in, so it's you can swap the gear over. But let's talk a little bit about strategy. How do you guys go about building your decks? Do you go supports on one side, supports on the other side, damage dealers on the other side? Do you just kind of whatever you get, you just pick and kind of go at it? Let's start out with Zero first.
King wanted to raise his hand too. I
Son of
saw
a-
it. I saw it. No, so I did. I recorded my session, and this is why I was 10, or 30 runs behind because I wanted to run it Tuesday night. So I'll just say out the rip, I attempted to try to do it, and I tried to do 50-50. So I think a couple things here. One, ADHD me. By the time I got to the end of trying to go back and forth, I was all confused, discombobulated, and my brain could not process what was happening. And I did have that little bit of FOMO. I was like, oh, once I lock this in, I know I get to swap out a handful of champions. But anyway, my point is, I do think once we play through it for this first month, we're really going to know what we're going to need go forward. So I don't think it's going to be as bad ever as this first one. But for me personally, what I ended up doing was I think two things. One, if you have pairing champions, they do need to be on both sides. I think Nubcakes put this out in the video, but like, especially in the harder stages when you get 3 and 3. So say you got Mariska on one side, you got Taras on the other side. You got 3 chances to get Taras versus, only 2 if you put them on the same side. So I think any pairing champions, you need to put them in separate sides. So that's kind of rule number 1 that I went with. And then I ended up doing that. I said, this is way too effing confusing, trying to, put a little bit here, put a little bit here, and mix and match. So I actually went back and I did. So deck 1 or team 1 for me are all my support and control champions, minus 1 or 2 nukers that I was trying to do the pairing thing with. And then on the other side was more control and all my nukers. And I find it to be, so far, it has not screwed me up so far. I only have like 10 or 12 out of the 40 nukers, right? And some other damage dealers are like burners and some things like that. So I don't have a ton of nukers. There was one stage they might have given me like 2 nukers, and I was like, oh, I really wish I had like a third one here. I had RTAC, but I was like, Burns isn't going to help me with this. That's the only thing I did, and of course, you just hit the reshuffle, and no big deal, right? So that's how I personally did it. All support and control on one side, and then all nukers and other kind of control champions on the right side. And that seems so far to have worked for me personally. And I am looking forward to switching out some champions. So Hansel and Gretel aren't good together when they're not paired. And I meant to put in Lil Annie and Michelle because they both have the healing block, because you need that for the mimic, you need that for the vampire chick. The only person I put in there was, of course, Morgan. And so
you can also take block buffs for her. It's very effective.
She still heals. She still heals with the block buffs out. I did have block buffs, and she still heals for 1 million plus.
Oh wow!
Yeah, if you're doing more damage, I think that was one I wasn't getting enough damage, and block buffs wasn't helping me there. But you're a good point. That's a good point.
I didn't even know that this was a setup that you could just go through and look your.
Oh, where'd you find that?
So I just clicked right here. I could just go through and click. I was like, okay, I like clicked here, clicked here.
Oh, that's cool.
So I kind of like this actually. I can go through, pick my team 1, then pick my team 2. Like that's a huge quality of life improvement for the UI. How many of you guys actually use this setup, chat?
I'm not even seeing what this is. My brain's not understanding what this is.
So when you go to pick your deck, right? This is how it is. If you click here, you actually can just pick your deck 1, then click here. Pick
Oh, wow.
Deck 2.
That's cool. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I didn't even know.
The other way,
and the filter works with it also.
Exactly, and you have the filter for it. Like this is actually
you I need heal reduction, and so you sort by heal reduction, and it'll just pull all your. That's so sick. All right, well, the more you know, next rotation is going to be a little bit better for me.
PJ, what about you, man? How did you decide about building your deck?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty simple. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a few different strategies, but the one that made most sense to me was kind of what you guys are talking about, the one side DPS, one side more support. I was just worried about if you did mixing and matching that it would be pretty common to just get screwed with your supports or DPS and just have like all supports or all DPS and vice versa. So yeah, I thought the equal side was the way to go. It's that filter is cool. I feel like that would mess me up though. I like the way that it is the first way. I'm more visual. I feel like so I need to see like
You
this
need to
side and this
go-
side at the same time
Okay.
versus like going back and forth. But it's cool that they had the options. I think having options is always the way to go because, like you said, you like this way, the second way. I like the first way. So it's nice that they have options, which is definitely the way to do it. Yeah, I think it's again like what ZB said. This is the first time we're doing this, so it's going to be some growing pains. We're going to be learning as we go. It's cool that they have the 5 swaps in the vendor, so it's not like the end of the world if you're like, oh my god, I completely forgot that I didn't bring the heal reduction or I don't have a
I
whatever
do
this
have
specific
one
thing.
gripe about that though. And we'll talk about
What?
that in a minute. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's cool that they have the 5. And yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm happy as far as how I did my deck. I feel like I've been getting a good balance of what I've been needing.
Okay. Gessel, what about you? How did you build your deck?
Yeah, same exact way. I felt like you wanted to grab your support champs, get a couple CCs in there, a couple revives, a couple cleanses, and then just slap all the damage dealers in the other deck just to guarantee that you're going to get a couple of some and a couple of the other, and you can always fill out a team, right? So yeah,
Okay.
that was just the route I took. I've had zero issues. I feel like I've kind of always have what I'm looking for when I'm going into these fights. I haven't really fought anything too crazy yet. A couple bosses, and I've gotten like 4 or 5 mimics now, but none of the big guys yet. So
Yeah,
it's worked out great.
I totally forgot about the mimic, and I was like, "Oh shit, I need more again." I was like, "Damn!" So I had to buy.
She's so great for the mimic, man. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god,
Yeah.
bro! When I got Morrigan, when I did the fusion, I was like, okay, she's okay. I already got Lysandra, I already got Arbiter, so she's like an Arbiter 2.0, fine. And then Amius came out, and I was like, oh, okay, she's really good. Now Mimic's out, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
it's even
damn,
better.
like I gotta have her. I gotta have her.
Mm.
King, what about you, man? How did you build your deck?
Yeah, so the way that I went into it was I thought that it was going to be, each deck you needed to have built like it was the only group you were going to be able to select from.
Right.
So
That's
I was
what
like, I
thought
got to
so
have my
too.
nukes, my support, and my CC in this deck. And then I have to have the same thing with different champions in the other deck. And then when I select a stage, it'll random select one or the other, and then random select champs from that, whatever. So luckily, Armenian God flagged me right before I was about to get started. I had 6 minutes the first day to get through my first set of keys. So I was just opening up steps. I wasn't really fighting any bosses. But setting up my deck, he was like, you just need to go all support and all DPS and CC on the other one, basically. And I haven't had any issues doing it that way. I do like what Zero Brew said, though, about the companion champs. I think that's really smart because, like, how often are you going to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle team if you have them all in one deck?
And you're not when you
Um,
get to the third hard one. Yeah.
Right. And so I like the way that the first day I was like, I don't like this. It's not the way that I wanted it to be. But then now here we are a few days later, and I enjoy it because I know that I'm at least guaranteed going to get a couple support options and guaranteed going to get some DPS options. So that's kind of the strat that I went with it. But there are definitely lessons that I needed to learn. Like one of my decks, I don't have Morrigan in there. And so I'm trying to find heal reductions wherever I can get it, and they're all on my nuke side. And so it's it's an issue for me, but that's just my roster, right? I mean, we all have our own issues, but yeah, that's what I did, and it works out.
Yeah,
Can I ask a quick question right there with what
Go
he
ahead.
just said? And now I did do it this rotation because I thought Uko would be a good, the mighty Uko, and I do have 2 Ukos built because it has the buff strip, the buff steals, the block debuffs, and stuff like that. So and of course revive. So I put one on either side of the team. But since Morgan is such a clutch champion for this content, if you had 2 Morgans built, would you put one on each side just
Yes.
to up your chances?
I would
against-
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's
So-
just the
so, yeah, I
protected,
have
the
like 4
protected
Morgans.
passive.
Yeah, I have like 4 Morgans, but I've only built the one. And
But
I
I'll
think
also
she's-
say though that
Yeah.
it makes the content easier having heal reduction, and she's the best because it's protected and it's in her passive. It's cooked in.
Right.
But like people will come into my chat and they're like, "Gotta have heal reduction, gotta have heal reduction," and I'm like, it's a long ass fight, but I get it done without it, and it's like, I mean, you got to have it if you want to get it done quick. So you can't just sit like so with the
How did you
redraws.
beat the queen? How did
the
you beat the queen? Because
The queen.
I finally, after
The
10
healer,
rerolls,
the healing, the continuous heal Ismith.
yeah, but she heals on top of it, like for like 1.6
So when I fought-
million damage.
When
Yeah,
I
block
fought,
Block debuffs.
like when I fought Leshen, yeah, block buffs.
Okay.
When I fought Leshen, I went in there and the freeze boss and Ismith were still up. So I was doing a 2 out of 4 mini bosses still up fight. And the freeze guy is a freaking demon. And I had to go track him down and kill him by himself. And then I went in and actually fought Leshen and the continuous heal boss at the same time and used Wukong to just keep the block buffs up and then nuke her down with Marius and stuff too. So, but that's how I dealt with her. As a standalone fight, I don't know what I would have done, but that's just
I
what
think
seemed to
as a
work for me.
standalone fight, Lydia was pretty clutch for her. That's
Yeah,
the
I
block
just maybe I
actives?
just got screwed and I
with the-
can't do
with the block buffs.
enough damage.
Yeah, block
because she
buffs, my fault.
heals for 1.6 and then puts 4 continuous heals,
Yeah.
which also heal for 1.6.
So again, Carnage
Yeah.
on his alternate form, and then
Yeah.
Lydia, and then it's a manual fight. You're not going to be able to auto it, but it's a manual fight. Bring in the supports, and then Lydia and Carnage were pretty much the key to success here. Carnage will counterattack every time she hits, and he'll as soon as you go into his alternate
Okay.
form, he'll just delete her. So that was what I used. Ken, what about you? How did you build your deck?
I mean, before I decide to build my deck, I looked at the boss's skill set and I decided what can help me, first of all. And the second, most of because I was thinking this content going to be extremely difficult. The bosses has awakening weakness. Most of the hard bosses has awakening weakness. And basically, if you have a high blessing on your champion, they are going to less struggle against the content. And I decided to build my deck around of the high blessing champion. I have more utility champion. Like the debuff, I actually made a list of the debuff that I needed. Same for the buff, same for the other abilities like filter meter. Especially I believe going to be useful against the main boss, right? And cleanse ability is going to be good. Block debuff, obviously HP burn. Maybe freeze. I didn't face this boss yet, so HP burn boss. His weakness is the freeze debuff. Can be good. Mimic is the hit reduction. But in the reality, whenever I jump into the game and play that, I actually managed to be 325 level Mimic without hit reduction. I just smack him. He got 1.6k heal. Then my Retros just did 2 million damage. I'm like, okay. So next rotation, whenever I see that, again, I didn't finish it yet, the content. I'm probably not going to bring heal reduction champion on my deck. I'm going to place something more useful, And the other thing, like the Zero and most of the you guys already mentioned, it would be better for us to put Sport Champion on the team 1 and the DPS Champion or etc. on the team 2. Because when the game is draw a champion, let's say it's going to draw 10 champion in total, it's drawing 5 of them from team 1 and the 5 of them from team 2. So if you split your sport champion between the team 1 and the team 2, there is a chance you can get full support team, which is we don't want that. And
That's
yeah,
very
it's
true.
actually quite a cool mechanic, you know. And I actually quite enjoying that, you know, like game is still forcing us to use the like champion it want, but at least it give us flexibility. Like we can reshuffle that, which is we can also find the altar. It can increase our daily reshuffle thing. We can find it on the map. So this kind of stuff is I just enjoy it, man. Like what I'm doing. Like let's say I find a hard boss and I did roll my deck, man. I'm like I cannot do that with this team. You know, I reshuffle. No, like you know, I can wait till tomorrow and I can move the other part of the map. You know, so
Oh.
it's hard to stuck. Hard to stuck on
Just
this
whip
one.
out your deck and send pics, dude.
I can't believe I didn't even pick my White Queen and Cora. I totally left her out. Shit.
Also,
But I
one
also didn't
thing,
pick her. Like she's, I feel like not gonna help us that much.
I feel like getting champions that can do like multiple things, kind of, is
Yeah.
really good.
Yes. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's very
Like
smart.
bringing
I agree.
damage or debuffs, or bringing like
Sulfurion's
buffs and-
MVP.
debuffs, like anything that you can do multiple things of. Like I brought like Michelle or Monkey can do damage and strip, or Michelle does damage control and can bring the heal reduction, which was huge for the Mimic. I
Yeah.
think Thor, something like that's really good with the decreased speed. So anytime you can bring like a champion that can kind of carry multiple roles at the same time is always going to be really helpful for these kind of things.
Yeah,
Right, I
that
agree.
and also self buffers, right? So anytime they can boost their own damage if you don't get a buff, a buff booster is a good
For
thing.
example, Calamitous, like Calamitous getting shield automatically, right? He also have a loss of the debuff. He also can smack. So against this Throw Master boss, which is
Yep. And
Actually,
his
one of the
A1
best
heals
way to beat
himself
him-
too.
yeah, best way to beat him is the shield, like because like his reflect damage going to be stuck on your shield. Obviously, block damage unkillable still can work as well. But Calamitous, I use him against that boss. He was very strong.
Yeah. So there's definitely, I think this content is very, very fun, very exciting. I can't wait to see, another difficulty. I know everybody's like, well, might be a little too early, but I think this is going to be awesome. I love it. It's so much fun. So much fun. I think Plarium.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Go ahead.
Just can you scroll to the left a little bit? Is that shuffle? Is that 5? You get 5 champions, and you get to do it 5 times.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm going to
Or
actually
just
get to
like
that
one
in 1
champion?
second. I'm trying to give them all their praise before I go to the one negative thing I have.
Okay, go ahead. I
But
just haven't used it yet. That's why I asked. Yeah.
but I think this is, the
I know what you're gonna say,
implementation of
and you're
this,
wrong.
I think this
I
is.
agree with you.
This is. You guys don't even know what I'm gonna say. Hold your
Tell
I
horses.
know what you're gonna say,
Hold your
and
horses.
you're wrong.
Hold your horses. But overall, I think 5 out of 5. I love it. Best content. I think Darn earlier said as well. Best content since Doom Tower, and Doom Tower was phenomenal, right?
6 out of 5.
When they said last year or the year before that we're giving you better than Doom Tower content, this is the content we deserved, not Centranos. Not to say that I don't like and love Centranos, I do, but this is just so much better. But I do have one gripe, okay? Just one, and hear
Let's
me
hear
out
it.
on here, okay?
I'm ready.
As early mid-game players, a lot of us, not myself, but a lot of you will get new champs throughout the month with your rosters. And so you'll be able to build them and progress them. They may not be available for you to use, or you may need to build some champions up, and they may not be available for you to use during the time you build your deck. I feel that we should have at least one shuffle for free for the player base, right? Not to get, yes, okay, the 500 coins don't seem like a lot, but I think having just that one will allow the players that don't have those robust rosters, that are looking to build champions for that content, because again, like Centranos, you are going to need to build a lot of champions, 40 champs to get to this. A lot of you may not have those built up. A lot of you may not have booked them. A lot of you may not even have them at 6-star. So I feel like having just that one shuffle for free. And again, it doesn't have to be 5, 10, it doesn't have to be like 10 or 15. It could just be the simple 5 one to be able to replace it. Maybe it could be the 10. I think that's something that they should look into. Now, go ahead, King. Am I right or wrong?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. My wife is here, and she
Hear
distracted
nothing
me,
you just said.
and I didn't hear it. So I'm going to let PJ tell you that you're wrong, and then
All right.
I'll just jump on the back of him.
Okay, PJ, what do you think?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but like I feel like you're nitpicking. Like 500, like they're gonna play the game a little bit, get 500 and swap. Like if it's a new
Yeah,
player, they're not gonna
okay,
be getting
but-
that many new champions. Like
Yeah, you never know. You never know. You could get a fusion. But again, the thing that
then
I'm
you
trying
have
to
5
say here,
swaps.
but the thing that I'm trying to
They
say
Yeah,
just
is
don't- you want
PJ's
it
right.
free?
You're wrong. See, I
You
told you.
want it free? Like if you want one free, so you can get one free swap a month. Like I don't care.
yeah, like one free swap a month, I think would be helpful. But again, like, okay, I have champions built, but not every account is going to look like this. You see a lot of early and mid game champs or players that only have like 20 level 60s or 30 level 60s.
Okay.
They're not going to be able to complete
How
that
giving
or
them
do that.
one
Oh.
attempt going to be help them? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
and they get the champion. They have to level them up. They have to book them. They have to master them. By the time they can use that, the month's already over.
Well,
I'll say this, okay? You didn't say what I thought you were going to say. all
what did you
right?
think I was
What
gonna
I
say?
thought I thought you were going to say that if you pay the 500 coins, you should be able to swap any champion, even
Oh.
if you've used them already or not. And I was
Nope.
like, there's no shot. That's like, you're wrong. If you've used them, you've used them. So
Right.
at least you've restored some of my faith in you.
That is one
but-
of the things though to note, that you cannot, swap out a champion if you've already used them. So
No, you
Are
can't.
you
You just can't
serious?
have them redraw. You have to redraw. If they're drawn into a team and they're locked, but then you have to
no. When it comes
Yes.
out to the vendor and reshuffling, because this is for you to swap out champions and bring new champions into your deck.
Yes.
If
yes.
you've already used them on like a boss fight, you can't do it.
Yeah, if you've used them in a stage, then you can't deselect them, pull them from the deck completely, and replace them with a new champion.
No,
And as a deck build.
I'm pretty sure if they're locked in a team, like you have to redraw it out of the team if they're
All right,
locked.
PJ, I'm gonna do this just because of you. These are the champions.
Wait,
Not
so-
gonna say anything.
Those means those are drawn on your board. That means on your board, those are all drawn, available to be chosen. You have to go
so
and
these are
redraw
the only
them out
ones
of
that
your
I can take
teams.
out.
No, because go to your board. Those are all teams that are in your board that are drawn. You have to redraw them out of your teams.
Wait, so you're saying that we need to go to the stages that we've used those champions on and redraw
And-
them so
and
they're not
make them-
no longer available?
Correct.
Oh, that's
Okay.
bad.
Well, that's
Wow.
bullshit with extra steps, but
Yeah,
we won't
that's
talk about
definitely-
it.
Okay,
At
that
least that's
needs
how I
to
understand
change.
it.
That's yeah. Okay, that
I don't,
sucks.
I'm not pressed about it. I'm not pressed about it because if I use them, it means I down the stage.
Yeah.
And I don't need to nitpick that hard. What is interesting is to be halfway through and hit the squad reshuffle again for me, Blazin. What is interesting is to be this many days in and to see the limited champions that you haven't selected. It almost actually shows you maybe I shouldn't have picked Ethos. How many
no, the
times have
thing
you had
is,
Ethos pop up for
so
you
I
and you've been
think
like, but I have
PJ
this
is
better
right.
option?
because I've used Marichka every time I can, and I've used the Ethos a couple of times. So I think he's right that if you haven't picked on maybe I
It
don't know.
tells you.
You can
If
place
you
up to
click
5
any one
champions
of those
across both
locked-
your decks. You can also swap champions from one
It'll
deck
tell you
to
if you
another
click a
deck.
locked one. Click a locked one. It'll pop up and
cannot-
tell you.
You cannot select this champion.
click-
They're currently
And
involved.
they're-
Yeah,
in
it just
the
says they're
stage.
involved in a
stage.
Grim
Bro,
Forest
the
stage.
champion on the boss fight or the stages you haven't done yet. Like you need to
Yeah.
finish this fight first. Then after
Yeah.
that they're gonna be unlocked. You have a lot
Okay.
of the stages you didn't fight yet, Blazin.
But you
That's
drew.
why it looks like that.
So
I can send you my
okay,
picture
so
if you want.
that's like on stages like this one where I have this open, but those champions can be selected or are selected.
No, like go to like the
No.
Mordu Macab one. That
Yeah, you
I guess
already drove that.
Like
The
if
champion
you
are
drew
low.
there, then
You need to
Gotcha.
finish
Yeah.
this fight.
yeah.
You need to finish
all right,
this
that's
fight.
confusing. That's confusing. I
You
think.
have you open lots of stages, but you didn't fight them at all. So you
Yeah,
drove
so
your
those are all
champion there?
locked.
Yeah, you are
I was
selecting.
trying to. I was just trying to explore. Okay.
You guys just made me feel stupid, and I had a straight up, I just had a straight up like infomercial moment in my brain where it was like Knights of Teleria podcast where we make each other feel stupid so you don't have to. Like,
Might be my new end screen recording right there. That said, I mean, again, overall, I think Plarium did a wonderful job with this. I'm gonna say 2 thumbs way up. I don't think you have anybody here that's going to be too upset. You're hitting the year off with a bang. And the one last thing I want to kind of leave off on is this champ training event where the rewards actually do not suck, guys. 7,000 points for a 4-star basalt.
But
They
you have to
cap
do them
you.
every day. They put the stupid thing on it.
I know.
And it's
I
like
know. That is the
Yeah,
one
he's got
bad
time.
thing.
that's dumb.
holiday
If you miss one
retention.
day, you're not getting those top end rewards.
Not true.
So.
I missed one day, and I'll be getting it tonight at reset. I missed one day.
Yeah, because
I
they do
mean,
give
still.
you the one day. They give you like a if you
get the
catch them
one-
for the
Still forcing
reset.
us. It's
Yeah.
still forcing us.
Yeah, so I will say that I like this great, and I think so far the end of the year you're doing good. That said, we've
Yeah,
talked
but
about a lot. Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I know. I just got to go back to this. I'm sorry. I can't let that slide because you have your energy to use in other areas of the game. I don't want to have to use 5 days worth of energy to do champ training. Granted, the rewards are better. I agree. But
I
I'm like, we're
haven't
about to
used
really have
any
to do
energy,
champ
bro.
training for that boss. Whatever energy.
If you are holding on to champions,
Hey, if you like throwing away 43,000 energy a year, that's on you, boo boo. I like to keep mine at 0.
hey,
So I'm constantly regenerating 410 a day or whatever it is.
King, you wanna take this? What kind of problem is it?
That's a you problem.
It's a Kraken problem.
No, it's a you problem. Like,
Oh, I
narrow
didn't
it down
find
even further.
I didn't find any of the events that I needed to do, and I honestly didn't think the rewards were great. So I was just like, I'm gonna save them up
and
for
the-
CVC.
They did it all in Tavern.
CVC's coming. Like I can see Zero's point and I can see your point. I am also sitting on energy and I'm not a Kraken. So I just feel
Again,
like this is going to be better served for me if I can just hold out till Tuesday. So
yeah. So
And
that's
are
it. I
all you
mean,
guys sitting on like crazy pots and chickens? Zero. You have like hundreds of thousands of chickens.
Yeah, no, zero.
No,
Zero
use
is the
them.
order.
Yes, but here's the thing. I'm running out of champions to train, and we have to do champ training 80,000 months out of the year. I feel like we're
Well-
constantly doing it. I'm going to run
You
out
don't
of
have to
stuff
do all of them.
level up.
Well, what
Just
And
Look
use
at
your
all the important
chickens
ones.
and
Like
support.
there's a
like-
4-star basalt here with the Voyager.
Zero Brew got the ADHD FOMO. It's the ultimate upgraded version of FOMO where
Exactly.
you can miss out on this event and that's fine. But then the next day, you're like, oh shit, I'm going to miss out on that event. It's not fine. So that's why when things are daily time gated, you can't live in the past. And so when I have to do it every day, you're forcing my hand. He wants the ability to just choose. I think that's the main issue because today it feels like, no, I don't need that. But then say tomorrow he's like, but actually I do.
So
Yeah,
the-
like if I want to do champ training and I have to do what? How many points is it total? 10,000, 12,000, whatever it is. Just let me do it in one day. I like the time gated stuff. And is this the first time they've done time gated on champ training? Like the
yes.
other time gated stuff is okay because you kind of just play the game and you get all that other time gated stuff. Like
Plat
clearing
reset's
dungeons
coming.
or whatever. Huh?
Plat reset's coming.
Good luck.
But that's it. Yeah, I mean, look, this is what I have left to try to finish leveling up, and then I'll essentially have a 6-star of every single champion. There's not much. It's just epics at this point. So maybe it's just the way you do your champ training. That said, like again, we talked about a lot of things. Next week, I want to focus on the bosses since a lot of us are going to go through. We're going to take them down. I want to talk strategies, ideas. Maybe there's like hidden gems out there. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think this content, maybe we'll do a content creator challenge where you have to beat normal mode with only epics. What do you guys think, chat? Would that be something to do?
No.
Ken's like,
No.
no. Maybe epics and rares.
Only epic on my deck, which is great. Geomancer. Geomancer is amazing there.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
Oh,
same.
Geomancer's a legendary.
But Venomage.
You know,
Venomage is a
Venomage-
legendary.
Venomage will solo half the stages herself. That said, let's get some. Where can we come and find you, Gestel?
Gestel Gaming on Twitch and on the YouTubes.
Awesome. PJ, where can we come and find you?
MXPJE, Twitch, YouTube stream, usually twice a day, every weekday. Come say what's up.
Awesome. Zero Brew, where can we come and find you?
Yeah, hit me up on that. YouTube's is at Zero Brew, all one word. I don't know why Blazin has it with a space in between my name over here. Maybe one day I'll get him to fix that.
I fixed it on one of them, but not this one. I think I fixed it on the
It's
one
all
that
good.
has J
And
on it.
find me on Twitch Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. I will say for the next rest of this month, family coming in town, all that stuff. So my schedule's gonna be all a little bit jacked up. It already has been this week. This month. But yeah, just bear with me. But as soon as January comes, we'll be back right at it. Sunday, Tuesdays, Fridays night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Awesome. King, where can people come and find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/king_copium. I'm also on YouTube. I'm going to post that link in the chat. That's king_copium RSL. I'm trying to post more content. Would appreciate the love.
Let's go. And then Ken, where can people come and find you, bro?
Final Kenpachi, both YouTube and the Twitch. I'm streaming pretty much every single day. Not pretty much every single day except the Sunday. And the Sunday I'm here exclusively. And 1 hour after Columbus Reset, you guys can catch me out. Thank you.
Awesome. Ken, what you got for a shout out for me?
Oh, me? Oh, okay. My
He's
shout out
like, oh,
is
wait,
going
but-
to be... You know what? I'm probably going to regret that, but let's shout out to Plarium.
Okay.
Ah, man,
All
you
right.
took
Hey, listen,
mine.
I think they deserve
You
it this
took
time.
mine.
Employee confirmed. Plarium employee confirmed. Let there be no debate.
Oh man.
I mean,
It's
like this is the game I want to enjoy. Like the guest animation, we play in the game, and the reason is become like a job, side job. Beside the game, and the loss of the content doesn't give me fun at all. Especially like when my wand is not broke, or when the enemy is kill me, get an extra turn, then kill me again, then get an extra turn. Stuff like that. But man, they nailed this content. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully they can get a credit from it, and they can also update the existence content to make them like more funnier, or to release a more fun content like that. Big shout out to them.
all right. I agree with that one. King, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to do a shout out for somebody who's not new to streaming on Twitch, but new to Raid Shadow Legends. It's a clanmate of mine, Ghost. He needs all the help he can get trying to understand all the facets and ins and outs of this game. So he definitely doesn't mind you guys coming in and dropping opinions, but it's just an overall good environment. He's a solid guy. And he's always around. So
Awesome. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, since Ken stole mine, I just have to repeat it. I would love to shout out people, and we always do that here, but Plarium deserves a shout out here. This is the most perfect game release that they've ever done, and we didn't even talk about the bugs. You know what? I don't even care about the bugs because this is so perfect. And you got to give them credit. And I heard 2 something years ago they were saying, "Oh, well, we've developed Sin City, and that gives us the ability to have this technology, and we're building event dungeons and have the ability to do this technology." They have absolutely finally grabbed the best of the best things that they've implemented into this game over the last, I want to say, 3 years, and put it combined into this. Because don't forget all those little boss, you got to fight Mashald or Frey or whatever. Those are miniature event dungeons that they have introduced in the game. Obviously, the pathing is from Sin City. The stat boosts and stuff like that are from the affinity bonuses and stuff. But they finally, because I feel like Chimera, they never gave it to us, and Chimera's ridiculously hard because they didn't give it to us because our champions were geared to have it baked in, and now we don't have it for Chimera. And then the flip side, when they gave us Faction Wars Hard, they were like, oh, they're going to get all that stat blow. We have to make Faction Wars ridiculously hard so that the stat boosts don't even, matter, essentially. And they finally developed a system where they're like, ooh, we can build it. And then what's cool is it's like an RPG that they really didn't even have that. So this is the most perfect thing. Plarium, you did amazing. Please pat yourselves on the back. And if the next 12 months is built off of this technology or other key integral parts of this, hey, if you speed up the stuff that feels like a job and a chore, you're going to get 1000% support and another year out of Zero Brew. So Plarium, there's your shout out.
All right. PJ, what about you? What you got for a shout out for me, bro?
Well, that's a tough act to follow up.
a
But
long
we're gonna be
one.
giving. Well, that's normal. That's nothing new. But no, just kidding. But we're gonna be giving a shout out to the Curse one. He rated in here earlier. He's an awesome dude. He shows me love and support all the time. Has like a 100+ stream streak in my stream. Also a streamer, great guy, good vibes over there. If you're not following him, definitely check him out. Give him a follow. Would mean the world to me, and I'm sure it mean the world to him as well.
Awesome. And Gessel, what you got for a shout out for me, bro?
Shout out my man Pogo Pinkside. Gets a lot of love on this channel or on this podcast, but it's deserved. Go over there, give him a follow. Awesome guy, big dude in the community. Show him some love. Go give him a follow.
Awesome. And I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs here. One, I did forget to give a shout out to Big Head Mike BMX, who did rate us. So big shout out to him. I was just trying to keep the podcast going. I know. I'm so horrible at this. I'm so horrible. Same thing to the Curse, Buggy Games, also who came in on the Twitch side. But I'm gonna give my shout out to somebody who's celebrating his 40th birthday today, a fellow knight of Teleria, Mr. JR Star 3, who are we gonna raid out to. And for the one time in the year, guys, we can actually raid and say happy birthday to him. So when we do go over, make sure you guys wish him a happy 40th birthday. Show him some love. If you aren't following him already, make sure you do give him a follow. He is wearing, it looks like a chicken costume. I'm going to have questions.
Wheels fall off from here.
He's in a Gallius. Gallius cosplay.
That's that. I hope to see you guys all back here next week. We're going to be talking about the bosses. We're going to talk about the new mythical champion that we're all going to be getting for this new content. Guys, as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. We'll